YouTube. It's a place where millions of channels are born each and every day. YouTube wouldn't be what it is today without its content creators. And without those content creators, content on YouTube essentially would not exist. So basically, YouTube would be nothing. But now, I would like to tell you my history on YouTube. And as well, the internet, of course. So this is my story. My humble beginnings on YouTube began on October 31st, 2013. I was roughly about 10 years old at the time, and didn't really know how YouTube worked, because I simply just wanted to do it for fun, not really to make money or anything. A lot of big people who inspired me to do YouTube were mostly people like DanTDM, Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and maybe a little bit of PewDiePie, but not that much. Around that time when I started doing YouTube, I decided to go with the name Spooky Sebastian Gaming. I honestly thought it was a good idea to put my real name inside my YouTube name, so at least people could get a little bit of glimpse of who I was in real life, rather than just knowing me from YouTube. When I first started my YouTube channel, I knew exactly what I wanted to do. I obviously wanted to become a Minecraft YouTuber, and I wanted to make videos kind of like what DanTDM used to do, where he used to do like the role plays and interview mods. I kind of wanted to do that in a way, but do it in my own style. I remember in one of my first YouTube videos, I built like a giant bomb made out of TNT, which here is a lovely reenactment for you all. At this point in time in my YouTube journey, I already had two good things going for me. I had a name, and I had the content that I was going to create. I did a few Minecraft videos, but they really weren't as well received, even though I wasn't really expecting views. But the more content I made later on, the more I started to despise those old videos. They were horrible. I simply hated them. They were just honestly trash to me. I didn't like what I was doing before. So, I ended up switching later down the line to solely gaming and reaction videos, and that honestly helped my channel a lot better than doing those crappy old Minecraft videos. Branding on YouTube was something honestly I really didn't understand at that point. Since I was younger, I didn't think it was really important, but later I realized it was very, very important. So, as for brand on my channel, I basically created my own logo, and I created a little ghost to represent my channel. His name was Spookster. He was an early design, an early concept. I revised a lot of his design over the years, but here he is. This is what he looks like. Yeah, it's an older design. I never officially came up with the concept until like 2018, but 2019 was honestly one of the first times I drew him. Mostly at that time, he was really just represented as a little 8-bit pixel ghost that was before my channel banner as well as my video watermark, so my viewers would know if they saw that little ghost that that was officially me and not someone else. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, so, what are the remains of your old channel? Is it even still on YouTube? Well, the answer is no. I deleted everything. The videos, the thumbnails, everything. It's all gone. Except one video, a reaction compilation made by a fellow YouTuber named Link02. Link02 is basically a YouTuber who makes reaction compilations, and surprisingly enough, one of my videos was actually in one of his reaction compilations. I reacted to Bending the Ink Musical, which is a song by Random Encounters. They basically do skits and all that type of stuff. And as you can see here by this list, I'm pretty much at the very bottom of the list. I mean, there was a lot of bigger YouTubers around me, so I really don't mind. But yeah, I was there. Another big thing that honestly really shocked me just because of this video was the comments. Even years after I deleted my YouTube channel and went on a 3-year hiatus, there was people who honestly remembered me and they were looking for my video. Specifically these two comments right here. Now, the second comment, I think he actually was an old subscriber of my channel, and I really never got to tell him that I even came back to YouTube, which I'll probably do sometime later, just not right now, because I feel it's not the right time. So, for those who are honestly curious about seeing that video, I will link it down below, but here's just a little small snippet of it so you can see exactly where I am in this video.
Hi! And welcome to the Silly Vision Animation Studio, where magic is made and dreams really come true!
For those who are wondering which one is me, I am at the very bottom in the red shirt. Here we are. You've made it to the end, the final chapter. Now, just a few things that I honestly want to clear up. Regarding my name, Dr. Ghoulish, how did I come up with it? Well, the name was honestly pretty simple. My name was actually inspired by my old OC, Spookster, that I showed you previously in chapter 3. And I've always been fascinated by, like, goblins, ghouls, and ghosts, and just kind of like zombies and monsters and all that stuff. And so I really looked into the definition of the word ghost to see if there was any other, like, big meaning to it. And I happened to stumble upon the definition of ghoulish, and I was like, wow. I really like the definition. And so I kept that name in mind. And really, it was mostly going to be for a PS4 name, or honestly, just another OC character that I was going to create, but never got around to it. So I decided to use it as my PS4 name, and also around that time, I started getting really back into Dr. Disrespect, and I kind of liked the Doctor ring to it, so I kind of put the two together, and I was like, Dr. Ghoulish, sounds interesting. So I made that my PS4 gamer tag, and I eventually made it my Twitch and YouTube name. Now, I do want to say one thing as a disclaimer. There is another Dr. Ghoulish floating around on the internet, but that is not me. Now, the other Dr. Ghoulish that is floating around on the internet, he is actually a guy named Mossman on Twitter with the Dr. Ghoulish handle. He is also known as the King of the Wicker People. He joined in July of 2011. Now, at that time, I was 8 years old, and I didn't even know Twitter existed when I was 8. And as I grew older, I heard more and more about Twitter. And honestly, for personal friends and family who know me in real life, I don't do Twitter. It's too toxic for me. I don't need that drama in my life. I'd rather be on more platforms that are more tame. Twitter is just not for me, personally. And just a little short message to Mossman. If you came up with the Dr. Ghoulish name first, then props to you. You beat me to the punch, but I solely based mine just on my OC, my original characters, and my art, because I don't go on Twitter. So I didn't know that you existed until, well, researching more about this video and making an accidental Google search of my own name. And I kind of thought myself as the number one because I thought it was unique, and I thought I was honestly breaking out of the box and thinking of something different. But, well, if Mossman beat me to the punch truly, well then, congratulations, man. No hard feelings, honestly. One more thing before I end this video off, I want to give a big thanks to YouTube creator and musician Kyle Allen Music. He honestly made an inspiring post on Instagram that made me want to come back to YouTube. And plus, I've been looking around, and YouTube has honestly been thriving in 2021. And we had a little conversation, and Mr. Allen taught me something about the algorithm that I never thought I would ever know, and it was something that I never knew back when I had my first YouTube channel. So I'm going to share a little snippet of our conversation, because I really don't like to share private conversations, but I thought this was good enough to share. This is what he told me about the algorithm. He says, the algorithm has a hold of everyone. Myself, Living Tombstone, and even people like CG5. It decides for us what content will be recommended. For me, it's animated music videos. For the Living Tombstone, it's nerdcore songs. And for CG5, it's trends. Those who play into its hands are successful. When you fight it, it doesn't give you what you want. It's kind of like a power you have to work with. Living Tombstone is fighting it right now with purely originals. Just look at his views compared to 3 years ago. And honestly, he's right. If you look at from when Living Tombstone posted his first FNAF song to now, the views are totally different. CG5 plays right into his hands and gained 2 million subs in a year, which is also true. Charlie gained a lot of subscribers very quickly. The algorithm is a guide and a reminder of why your subscribers subbed in the first place. So, honestly, I thought that was an inspirational tip. I thought that was really good. And that was probably one of my problems. I was fighting the algorithm, didn't think I was going to be relevant enough, and kinda look where it got me. And pretty much basically after that text, all I really said was I was glad that all of them pull through in the end, and that simply I'm fans of all their music. I mean, I've listened to them probably maybe on a daily basis, and I'm always waiting for the next release. You know just how it is. I'm a big music person. I like music of all kinds. And I thought one funny thing was I started doing YouTube around a time when, people like 8-Bit Ryan still used to cuss, or before even Will Ryan, aka DA Games, released his Sister Location song Left Behind. So it was a very interesting time, for me to say the least, when I was starting YouTube. But now, it's time for me to start my new journey, and I'm coming back to YouTube. We're back. Officially, now. So, thank you, my Ghoul Army. Please make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, go follow my Twitch and my Instagram. This will be also in the link in the description. And go give Kyle Allen a follow. He will also be in the description. Good luck, and I'll see you guys later.